Rajshri Das and welcome to Business Unfiltered presented by My Business, जहाँ पे हम सोशल मीडिया बिजनेस ओनर्स के साथ बातें करते हैं, उनके लाइफ और उनके बिजनेस के बारे में जानने की कोशिश करते हैं एंड उनके स्टोरीज के थ्रू आपको मोटिवेट और इंस्पायर करते हैं। अब यहाँ पे अगर आप सोच रहे हो कि आपको इस पॉडकास्ट से क्या मिलेगा, तो अगर आप भी एक एस्पायरिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर हो या फिर आप बिजनेस आइडियाज में उलझे हुए हो, तो आपको इस पॉडकास्ट में ज्ञान की पूरी भरपूरी मिलेगी, इसकी मेरी पूरी गारंटी है। और आज हमारे साथ जो गेस्ट जुड़ी हैं वो काफ़ी स्पेशल हैं बिकॉज वो हमारी पहली गेस्ट हैं एंड वो ओनर एंड फाउंडर हैं डेस्टिन ज्वेल की। एक स्टूडेंट एंटरप्रेन्योर होते हुए उन्होंने 4 मंथ्स में 750 प्लस कस्टमर्स अर्न कर लिए हैं। उन्हें फैशन और बिजनेस दोनों से बहुत प्यार है एंड उनके बिजनेस का आइडिया भी इसी से इंस्पायर्ड है। सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी टाइम, लेट्स वेलकम मिस आयना खुराना।
Hi Rajeshwari, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us.
No, it's my pleasure. I used to walk around my room pretending I'm on an interview, and when you guys approached me, I was like, oh my God, like it's finally coming true.
So we are so glad that we have helped you in joining your team, and we have helped
Yeah.
you. Whatever you have practiced, you can do
Yeah,
it right.
Yeah, today पूरे मैं अपने कीड़े निकालूंगी जो मेरे अंदर अभी इतने टाइम से है।
आपने कर रखे हैं ना सारे इंटरव्यूज के लिए, आप वो आज निकाल सकते हो, नो डाउट, नो हेजिटेशन। ओके, सो आई हैव गिवन यू इंट्रोडक्शन मेरे बिहाफ से एंड आई डोंट नो ये कितना आपको पसंद आया होगा एंड ऑल दैट, लेकिन मैं चाहूंगी कि आप हमारे ऑडियंस को अपने तरफ से एक इंट्रोडक्शन दे दें।
Okay, so hi everybody, I am Aina. I am the founder and owner of Destin Jewels, and we sell trendy, aesthetic, Pinterest-inspired jewelry that is sometimes hard to find in India. So we are doing that for you. And I'm also a student. I'm currently doing psychology honors in my undergraduation, and I'm also doing a course in interior design. So a lot of stuff is going on side by side, and I'm just handling it somehow. And that's all.
That's great. I mean, multitasking girl है आप, है कि नहीं?
Exactly.
And you are telling कि somehow manage हो रहा है. I don't think somehow manage हो रहा है. आप manage कर रहे हो तब manage हो रहा है because you are hardworking. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, like you even though आप कर रहे होते हो किसी तरह से मैनेज, बट यू फील लाइक कि बस हम चले पड़े हैं, ऐसा नहीं फील होता कि हम सब कुछ अच्छे से कर रहे हैं, मतलब कर रहे होते हैं from an outsider's perspective, but even in yourself you feel like you're missing out on a lot of things and a lot of things are going mismanaged. So that's why I said कि somehow बस चल रहा है सारा कुछ.
So Aina, what was your inspiration? I mean, obviously कोई भी business या कोई भी चीज आप जब प्रोड्यूस करने जाते हो ना, तो सबसे बड़ी चीज होती है आइडिया। और एक बार आइडिया जब आ जाता है तो द थिंग इज कि आप एग्जीक्यूट कैसे करोगे। लेकिन आइडिया पाने के लिए भी कहीं ना कहीं से यू गेट इंस्पायर्ड, या फिर आप एक दिन अचानक से सोचते हो कि यार दिस आइडिया क्लिक्स में, ये मेरे लिए काम करेगा एंड ऑल दैट। सो व्हाट वाज योर इंस्पिरेशन?
As such, it wasn't like I woke up one day and I decided that I want to run a business. It's been a process, बहुत time से. When I was a kid, like when I was in 8th grade, that's when I came across Kylie Jenner. And she started her business, and at that time you don't know concepts like privilege and she actually comes from a wealthy family, so it must have been easier. All I saw was how she did it and her lifestyle and how she lives even today. So this year, like, okay, I've tried taking action on my instincts. Like, I love business. I knew that I was going to do a business and I don't know what field, but this year, like, I was obsessed with Kylie Jenner this year as well. And I was just always going through her Instagram. And I was like, I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something. And then in March, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start a jewelry brand because I was obsessed with jewelry for 3-4 months. I still am, but that was the time when I was like, you know what, I'm going to start my own jewelry business. So I saw a lot of other small businesses. I saw a lot of other girls starting their businesses. And so it was mainly women who actually went after their dreams that inspired me to go after mine. And So yeah, then in April I finally took action and I went with it, and the support and the love was overwhelming. And even today, like I get like every day I get so many messages of people telling me how they love my store, how it's so aesthetic, how it's exactly what they were looking for. And yeah, now I continue to get inspired by those kind of messages.
आई नो दैट्स ग्रेट बिकॉज इंस्पिरेशन तो आप कहीं ना कहीं से पालोगे, लेकिन एक बार जब इंस्पिरेशन और आइडिया को एग्जीक्यूट कर देते हो ना, उसके बाद कंटिन्यूअस जो एक्सपेक्टेशंस होता है ना, अगर वो फुलफिल ना हो तो बहुत डिसअपॉइंटमेंट लगता है. एंड वैसे में जब आपके कस्टमर्स, आपके फॉलोअर्स आपको कोई मैसेज से या कोई कमेंट से इंस्पायर करते हैं, तो व्हाट दैट मीन्स, आई नो, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड. सो आईना, आप अभी रिसेंटली कोई भी ऐसे अचीवमेंट से like you are very happy or proud, and also अगर आपने आपने बताया कि बहुत टाइम से आप इसे प्लान कर रहे थे, एक दिन अचानक से उठ करके नहीं हुआ, एंड ऑल्सो कोई भी बड़ी चीजें ना एक रात में नहीं होती, तो दैट्स यू हैव गिवन अस. एंड ये जो है कि आप इंस्पायर्ड हुए, उसके बाद आपने काम किया, तो अभी आप बहुत सारे ऐसे अचीवमेंट्स को इस बिजनेस के थ्रू पा रहे होगे जो आप एक बार सोचे थे कि हाँ मैं ऐसा करूंगी तो मुझे ऐसा मिलेगा. तो कोई ऐसा रीसेंट अचीवमेंट जिसके लिए आप प्राउड हो, वो आप मुझसे शेयर करना चाहोगे?
Yeah, there are a lot of achievements. वैसे तो I can't name as such, but we are so close to 1,000 orders, like completing our first 1,000 orders, and that's a big number. And sometimes I underestimate कि कितना मतलब कितना ज़्यादा बड़ी achievement है वो. But अभी like when it hits me sometimes that okay we are so close to 1,000 followers, I'm just like oh my god, like in just 4 months, 1,000 orders, like 1,000 people or like 800 people, and they came back and they're ordering from us and they're liking our stuff. And that's why like that is one of the achievements that I'm actually looking forward to. It will happen in like a week or two. So yeah, I'm super excited and I'm super grateful for that, because sometimes ना क्या होता है कि you don't realize that where you are, कभी आप ड्रीम करते थे कि आप उधर पहुंचोगे, एंड दैट्स हाउ यू अंडर एस्टिमेट योर अचीवमेंट्स कि हाँ अभी मैंने ये अचीव कर लिया है, बट आपको ऐसा फील नहीं होता कि इट्स नॉट अ बिग डील. हम हमेशा अंडर एस्टिमेट करते रहते हैं उसको, बट अभी लाइक व्हेन आई थिंक अबाउट इट आई फील लाइक आई एम almost there where I wanted to be a few years ago, and my younger self would be so happy to see me जहाँ पे मैं हूँ अभी. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's आईना, हमने अभी तक आपके बारे में बहुत सारी चीज़ें जानी हैं, लेकिन अब जो सेगमेंट है ना इस इंटरव्यू का, वो है लाइटनिंग राउंड. अब इसमें मैं जो सवाल पूछूंगी उसके आपको झटपट से जवाब देना है, एंड ऑल्सो आपको यहाँ पे आपके दिमाग में सबसे पहले जो भी चीज़ आती है इस सवाल को सुन करके वो जवाब देना. बेसिकली अपने दिल से, अपने मन से मुझे आपका ये जवाब चाहिए. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. सो द फर्स्ट थिंग इज, व्हाट डू यू लव मोस्ट अबाउट योर बिजनेस? लाइक बहुत सारी चीज़ें होंगी जो आपको आपके बिजनेस से बहुत प्यार होगा, लेकिन कोई तो ऐसी चीज़ होगी जो आपको बहुत ही ज़्यादा पसंद होगा अपने बिजनेस के बारे में.
I love the aesthetic of my business. Like it's very pink and Barbie kind of. So that's why I love it so much. And I continue to go with that. कई लोगों को लगेगा it's too pink, but that's what I am. So I am like in love with it, in love with that aesthetic, and I'm gonna stick to it.
Yeah, I have seen your Instagram account. It's very aesthetic. And also, do you took your pictures, like your product pictures, by yourself, or you hire
No,
someone?
no. No. So actually, where we get our supplies from, they provide us with stock photos, and that's what I use. And sometimes they are bad quality, so I reverse image search on Google, because I feel like clicking them myself would kind of be unprofessional. Like वो इतनी look नहीं आएगी, and the professional images have like high quality. And what's the point of me spending money again on product photos when they are available for free on the internet, and when we get them for free from our suppliers? So that's why I prefer using those pictures, because they also accurately show what the product will look like. And कई बार हम खुद खींचते हैं एंगल्स की वजह से नहीं अच्छा लगता है, पता नहीं लगता है कि कैसा लगेगा. So that's why I prefer वो वाली pictures which are stock photos.
Yeah, because वो अच्छी भी दिखती है. एंड नो वरीज, आपके इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट को मैंने देखा है, एंड इट्स वेरी एस्थेटिक, एंड आपको ऐसे कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स पहले भी मिल चुके होंगे अबाउट योर अकाउंट.
Yeah.
That's where the question arise कि इतने अच्छे पिक्चर्स आपने खुद क्रिएट किए हैं या ऑल दैट, लेकिन ऑब्वियसली अगर आपको स्टॉक फुटेजेस भी मिल रहे हैं लेकिन उसको उस तरीके से प्रेजेंट करना कि एस्थेटिक लगे, दैट्स इम्पोर्टेंट। ये नहीं है कि आप कुछ काम नहीं कर रहे हो वहां पे, सो यू हैव क्रेडिट इन दैट आल्सो।
It's just about do what you're best at. So if I'm not good at clicking product photos, why bother trying? Or like, why bother wasting time on trying on that? So tabhi I'm good at what I do. I'm good at making reels. I'm good at promoting. I'm good at the story aspect. I'm good at communicating. So that's what I do myself.
वो सही है। अपने कमजोरियों को जानना जरूरी है और अपने स्ट्रेंथ को भी जानना जरूरी है और उसी हिसाब से अपने आगे चलना चाहिए, यही आप बोलना चाहते हैं आई थिंक, राइट?
Yeah.
तो अपना कमजोरी इंसान ना थोड़ा सा नेग्लेक्ट करता है, सोचता है कि हम इसको अगर मेहनत करेंगे या टाइम टू टाइम करेंगे ना तो हम अचीव कर लेंगे, लेकिन उसे फोर्स नहीं करना चाहिए। अगर आपसे नहीं हो रहा तो एक्सेप्ट दैट, आपसे नहीं हो रहा, सुपरमैन वी आर नॉट सुपर ह्यूमंस कि हमें सब आएगा।
And usme bhi, like, what's the point of trying again and again? See, one aspect of business is knowing when to quit. And kai baar you should know ki haan, ye nahi hoga. So you should accept that, because obviously you cannot do everything yourself when you're in a business. Like, I take help from my mom. Like, I only take help from her. I sometimes talk to my friends about the problems I have. So we are not perfect, and obviously we can learn certain things. But if you know that you can invest your time in something better, then you should do that instead of एक ही चीज के पीछे पड़ जाओ कि ये तो मुझे करके ही रहना है, जिद पकड़ लो. So that's not the way to go.
Yes, and जो आपने बोला ना you should know when to quit, ये actually मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि there is a story behind this, like is there any?
Yeah, so okay, when the quarantine started, like, I don't remember the year. It's been so long. I don't even remember what time was it. 2020 was when COVID started. So in May or April, I was like, around the same time, I was like, I'm going to start a business, and it was a drop shipping business. So what happens is that you go to AliExpress or Alibaba, and you find suppliers over there, and you build a website and you promote the products, and you can sell those products worldwide by adding your profit margin on that. So I was a minor, and but I spent around 2 months building that site, and then I was like, I didn't even start it because I knew that if I started, I'm not ready for it. You need a lot of stuff like bank accounts, and if you want to accept payments from international people, and you need a lot of other stuff. You need tax information and all of that. And also the products I was selling were kind of blah. Like, I was like, ye mil gaya to chalo theek hai. Matlab, I was basically doing it just for the money. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to make so much money, because there was this guru on YouTube, Kevin Zhang, and he made 20 million drop shipping, $20 million while drop shipping. And usse I was very inspired, but I was like, I cannot do it right now. So I didn't even start it. And bas like, agar maine wo start kiya hota, it wouldn't have been successful, I think. And usse I would have gotten more discouraged, and mujhe hota ki like, I don't want to do stuff like this anymore. So that's why I quit it.
And the next question is, what are the challenges which you faced initially while starting your business, and what are the challenges you face recently?
Okay, so when starting out, main challenges are, finding the suppliers. How are you going to get the supplies? How are you going to brand your brand? How are you going to build an audience and a customer base? Will you get orders or not? So those are all the challenges when you're starting out, and they are stressful. But now when your business grows, there are other challenges like fulfilling those orders, that you're getting. And I don't mind those challenges. I am liking them because I like these kind of challenges. More work, I like that. So we have a lot of work, and sometimes it gets difficult to text back everybody. We don't have a website right now because that's not something we want to do, abhi. And that's why texting back people, I also have my college, so I have to manage alongside that, uploading content on time, and keeping our audience engaged. So those are the kind of challenges that we face now. So yeah.
So you are loving your challenges, by the way.
Yeah, because problems never go away, or challenges don't ever go away. They just get better. I was reading this book by Mark Manson, and he says that it's not like if you get rich, your problems are gonna go away. You're still gonna have money problems, but they are going to be very different from when you were poor. And I want money problems that Kylie Jenner has. I want the money problems that Bill Gates has, and I would die to get those problems.
So lovely. I mean, what a take on the problems and challenges. I loved that.
How having a social media presence of your business is different from having a store.
See, my whole store is online only, so I will give my biased opinion on this one because if Instagram wasn't there, I wouldn't have a business. I don't have anything offline. And with COVID, especially, online businesses are booming. And even from a consumer point of view, you must have noticed that you shop a lot more online, and it's easier to shop online. It's easier to pay online. I noticed the transactions take like 3 seconds through Paytm, GPay, and it's so easy to lose money these days because so what? Like if you're paying by cash, you get lazy. That okay, abhi chutta lena padega. I have to give them change and all that. With online transactions, it's so quick. Uh, you don't even have to enter your credit card details again and again. So if you have an online business during COVID, it will be successful. Like if you put in the work, if you sell products that people want, it will be successful. And even if you are an in-person service, like if you are a beauty salon, I think you should still have an online audience, because that way you can reach a lot of people. And if someone comes to your city, they know where to go because they have heard about you on social media. So everything is moving online, and I think businesses should move online too. Even big brands are trying to build an audience online. Like Zomato makes a lot of memes so that they build their audience, and they even send funny messages throughout the day, like, are you hungry, do you want to order a snack, do you want to do this? So they are they are also trying to grow online, and everybody should, I think, so that you can sell more, you can reach more people. It's very easy these days, especially with Instagram. You don't have to spend any money on ads, you can just do it through reels. So yeah, online presence is very important these days.
यस और कोविड जब से हुआ है, कोरोना वायरस जब से हुआ है, तब से तो आई थिंक बहुत सारे बिजनेसेस ने अपना सोशल अकाउंट बना लिया, अपना जो भी सोशल प्लेटफॉर्म है उसमें ज्यादा एक्टिव होने लगे हैं, एंड वहां पे ज्यादा से ज्यादा वो एंगेजमेंट बढ़ा रहे हैं, बिकॉज अभी
Yeah, yeah.
डिजिटली हो रहा है एंड वी नो द पावर ऑफ इंटरनेट और सोशल मीडिया. So I don't think you have the biased opinion. I think that this is a true opinion, and ये हर एक को business owners या entrepreneur को सोचना चाहिए जो थोड़ा सा डाइसी अबाउट दिस कि उसे सोशल मीडिया में अपना प्रेजेंस बनाना चाहिए या नहीं. एंड ऑल्सो यहाँ पे सोशल मीडिया में एज यू टोल्ड कि कोई उतना इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है, आप रील्स बनाओ, आप एड बना लो, आपको उतना इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं करना पड़ता है. सो दैट्स वेरी गुड पॉइंट. So next question is,
So, according to you, why having a social media presence for your business is important?
so यहाँ पे like we have talked about like social media presence आपके account का क्यों होना चाहिए, but इसका क्या impact आपके ऊपर पड़ता है या फिर आपके business के ऊपर पड़ता है. You have talked about कि presence इस सिचुएशन में होना चाहिए, लाइक कोरोना वायरस के सिचुएशन में अभी ऑनलाइन प्रेजेंस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो गया. लेकिन अगर नॉर्मल डेज में भी हम देखें तो अगर आपका ऑफलाइन स्टोर है और आपका ऑनलाइन स्टोर है, तो दोनों में क्या ऐसा इम्पैक्ट है जो प्लस पॉइंट है, नेगेटिव है या पॉजिटिव है आपके अनुसार?
See, with online stores, you have a lot of reach. If you have a store in a particular area, right? How many people will visit you every day? Max 10 people, right? With social media, you get thousands of impressions on your profile per day if you're using reels, if you're posting regularly, if you're posting stories. And imagine, like, out of those 1,000 people, at least 10 people would buy from you. Whereas if you have a walk-in store, 10 people walk in, 2 will buy. That that's how it works, right? But yeah, with offline, people can judge the quality of the products. People are not as skeptical while buying. But still, these days, everybody's like, "Yeah, I can find this online." Like if you go to a store and you're like, "This is very expensive, I can easily find this on Amazon or some other site, or I saw this on that site too, and they were selling it for cheaper because they reached you through social media only, right? And you don't even know where where they are setting up their um, what do you say, where they are located. Like, you don't even know where they are located, but you know of them, right? Destin, a lot of people from Canada message me, a lot of people from Dubai message me that do you ship here? We don't right now, but yeah, so I am reaching people all over the world because that's how they are asking me if I ship there, if I don't ship there. So that's why it has impacted my business a lot. Earlier I was skeptical because I was like, what if I have to run ads? What if my reels don't work out? But they do. Like, I've seen a lot of businesses, and most of them have at least one reel that has blown up. And today, every small business has around 1,000 followers if you've been here for 1 month. So it's very easy to grow online. If you consider offline stores, like, even if you want to have an offline store, just consider having the social media profiles too. even cafes that we have here Even cafes that we have here in Chandigarh have their own online pages, and that's how I got to know about a lot of them. Because obviously, how will you spread the word about it? Are you going to buy billboards for 50,000, or are you going to use social media for free? It's just a smart business move to have social media profile.
दैट्स ट्रू. एंड जो आपने बोला कि लाइक हम इंडियन स्पेशली जहाँ मुनाफा दिखता है वहीं जाते हैं. सो इट्स
Yeah.
लाइक कि हमें जहाँ पे डिस्काउंट दिख रहा है विल गो दैट वे. बिकॉज सोशल मीडिया में हमें ना बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस भी मिलते हैं. लाइक अगर आप सिर्फ गूगल पे सर्च करो कि आई हैव टू बाय अ बेडशीट फॉर एग्जांपल, आपको बहुत सारे साइट्स मिल जाएंगे, बहुत सारे प्राइस वेरिएशंस मिलेंगे, जो आपके लिए सूटेबल होता है आप खरीदते हो. एंड इट्स ऑल्सो लाइक कस्टमर के लिए भी कन्वीनियंट है एंड ऑल्सो जो बिजनेस ओनर्स है उनके लिए भी है. सो इट्स लाइक टू वे बेनिफिशियल. सो आई थिंक व्हाट यू सेड कि इट्स इजी एंड ऑल्सो बेनिफिट करता है दोनों साइड को, दैट्स एब्सोल्युटली ट्रू.
अनन्या, हमारे इंटरव्यू का नेक्स्ट सेगमेंट है सक्सेस मंत्रा. यहाँ पे हम बात करते हैं उन चीज़ों के बारे में जो कि आपको आपके गोल्स को अचीव करने में हेल्प किया है. लाइक वेन एवर यू फेस एनी चैलेंजेस, वॉट इज़ द थिंग यू डू फर्स्ट टू फाइंड द सॉल्यूशन. यहाँ पे आप हमसे बात कर सकते हैं अबाउट योर सक्सेस. सो माई फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट इज योर गो टू मंत्रा. लाइक सबसे पहले जब भी कोई चैलेंजेस आता है या कोई हर्डल्स आता है तो आप क्या करते हो, या फिर मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम आपका जो सॉल्यूशन होता है वो क्या होता है. लाइक इट इज़ योर इंस्टिंक्ट और कोई चीज़ें हैं जो आप प्लान करके रखते हो. क्या है ये जो आपका गो टू मंत्रा है?
So if I feel like I cannot do something, or if I feel like I might not be able to do it, I just think to myself, fake it till you make it. It's very cliche, like, yeah, it's something anyone would say in this kind of situation, but I truly follow that. If I'm not feeling confident in a situation, I pretend to be confident until I get confident. And that's how I've done a lot of things in my life. Like, even with the business, I pretended to know everything. I pretended to know that I can do it. And that's how I was able to do it eventually, because it's all in your mindset. If you are continue to if one sec. If you're going to think that you cannot do something, you will never be able to do it. And it's just how it works for me. And I think it works for a lot of people too. People don't believe in law of attraction and stuff. Yeah, it gets a bit cult like at some points, but it's actually not if you look at its true essence. That if you believe in something, if you believe in yourself, you can do it. And that's how I started my business. I have grown it to this extent. And I always, like, when I feel stuck, I always look at my vision board. I have this vision board pasted inside my wardrobe. And when I made that vision board, I had no idea how I would be able to achieve those things. And more than half of the things I have achieved within half a year. Like, it's been 6 7 months since I made that. And yeah, and there are still 4 months left, 4 5 months left for 2021 to end, and I will be able to complete that. So it's always about believing in yourself and not focusing on the minor details, and always looking up to your future goals. Like, the end result is what matters, and how you get there is another story. But if you continue to look at your end goal, I think you will always be motivated, and these little problems won't mean as much.
सो बेसिकली आप कहना चाहते हैं कि हमेशा अपना गोल को फोकस में रखें, लाइक आप
Yeah.
थोड़ा सा भी डिवर्ट ना हो, एंड ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड योर गोल्स, राइट?
Yeah, the end goal, like not the minor problems, minor inconveniences that you face. What people do is they get stuck up on these minor details, like, okay, I made this goal ki like 1 week may I want to achieve this many orders and I didn't. But what's your end goal, right? If your end goal by the end of the year you want to have 10,000 sales, for example, you want to have 10,000 sales by the end of this year, why does it matter ki is week mein kitni hogi? Like, you'll get there, you'll get your goal. Like, if you have thought कि मुझे इतना चाहिए, आपको उतना ही मिलेगा. अगर आप सोचोगे ही नहीं उतना, तो कैसे मिलेगा? अगर आप यही सोचते रहोगे इस वीक में नहीं आए, तो आप तो छोटी छोटी डिटेल्स में स्टक होके इट्स नो यूज. एंड गोल को फोकस में रखो, वर्क ऑन अचीविंग दैट, एंड नॉट इतना मतलब छोटी छोटी डिटेल्स पे ये प्रॉब्लम आ गई, वो प्रॉब्लम आ गई, डिस्करेज हो गए इतनी सी प्रॉब्लम से कि अब ये कैसे सॉल्व होगा, स्ट्रेस ले लिया इतना ज्यादा, तो उससे कोई फायदा नहीं है. बिकॉज आई हैव डन दैट, एंड अब मैं नहीं करती. लाइक आई यूज्ड टू डू दैट अर्लियर व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड द बिजनेस, बिकॉज आई वाज लाइक, ओ माय गॉड, ऑर्डर्स नहीं आ रहे हैं, ये नहीं आ रहा है, वो नहीं आ रहा है. बट देन आई वाज लाइक, माय एंड गोल इज दिस ना, देयर इज प्लेंटी ऑफ टाइम टू गेट देयर, सो आई विल गेट देयर.
तो आईना, अभी जब हम चैलेंजेस के बारे में बात कर रहे थे तो आपने हमें बताया कि आप कैसे एक विजन बोर्ड रखते हो, एंड ऑल्सो आप हमेशा एंड गोल पे फोकस करते हो. आप छोटे मोटे जो हर्डल्स आते हैं या छोटे मोटे जो फेलियर्स आते हैं उन्हें ज़्यादा अपने ऊपर इफ़ेक्ट या हावी नहीं होने देते हो. तो आपके पास अभी जितने भी चैलेंजेस हैं उनके जो सॉल्यूशंस हैं, क्या आप कभी विश करते हो कि इनिशियल डेज़ में जब आप वो चैलेंजेस फेस करते थे, या फिर कोई सॉल्यूशन जो अभी आपके पास है और आप विश करते थे कि उस वक्त आपको वो सॉल्यूशन मिलता तो अभी आप कहीं और आगे होते?
ऐसे अब सी एवरी प्रॉब्लम इज डिफरेंट, तो ऐसा तो नहीं है कि एक सोल्यूशन हर पे आप चला दो, बट इट्स अबाउट हाउ यू डील विद इट. तो आई लुक अप टू माय मॉम अ लॉट, एंड she taught me कि it will happen. Like, when you get into a business, you don't expect a lot of problems to occur. Like, who wants to have problems in their business? And as a teen, you still don't know a lot about the world, and you should be able to accept that. And that's why you live in a dreamy world ki हाँ business hai, you know, you glamorize it a lot, you think it's going to be easy and all of that sometimes. So problems come and you should just know that it will happen. Like, ऐसी चीजें होंगी, and if I had known that, you know, तो मुझे ज्यादा easy होता to control my anxiety levels कि हाँ मतलब ये होगा, deal with it. So that's the thing that my mom taught me, and it's very simple, but yeah, it took me my mom to teach me that, to know कि हाँ ये होगा, and you know, you should know कि this is what you got yourself into. And if you're going to have problems, be patient, deal with them, because हर बार आएंगी ही. So might as well learn to deal with them calmly rather than अपनी anxiety levels high कर लिए, stress ले लिया, रो रहे हो बैठ के कि हो नहीं रहा है कुछ. तो yeah, ये mentality कि it will happen will be will make it very easy for you to deal with a lot of challenges that you face.
सो बेसिकली एक पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड लेकर के आपको आगे बढ़ना चाहिए, सो दैट आपका जो भी चैलेंजेस है, जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स है, उसको पेशेंटली आप उसे सॉल्व कर सको. अगर आप पेशेंट हो तो आपको कुछ ना कुछ सॉल्यूशन मिल ही जाएगा. अगर आप एंजाइटी में रो रहे हो एंड ऑल दैट, तो आपका दिमाग नहीं काम करेगा.
Yeah.
So my next question is, what are the skills required for starting a business? Like what according to you think कि ये अगर आपके पास टैलेंट है या फिर ये आइडिया है या फिर इन सारी चीज़ों में आपका हैंड है, तो आप बिजनेस ज़रूर स्टार्ट कर सकते हो और उसमें ज़रूर सक्सेस पा सकते हो.
Okay, so for starting a business, I think there are a lot of skills that you need. It's not like you can have one skill and ignore the rest, or you can have 5 skills and ignore the other stuff. But I think the most important skill is problem solving, because obviously you come in contact with a lot of people, and while talking to a lot of people, while dealing with a lot of people, there are a lot of problems that you have to face sometimes. Even while starting a business or running a business, a lot of problems come in. So if you're the kind of person who's like, every time you face a problem, your heartbeat goes up and you get anxious, you have to kind of control that, because you'll face a lot of them. Like, that used to happen with me. Every time somebody used to text me, hey, I received my order, my heartbeat used to go up, because they take a pause before they write their review, right? And that's why if you're a consumer and if you buy from small businesses, just text your whole review in one paragraph. Don't wait to text a lot of different texts. So yeah, if you are like that, you have to control that, because it took me a lot of practice to control my anxiety levels while facing any problems or any challenges. And another thing is you have to be very quick and very witty while dealing with people. You have to know how to deal with a lot of different kinds of people, because no matter how good your product is, there will be people who will criticize it, and you have to remain patient during that time. You have to know how to calm them down, how to talk to them, how to deal with them, because it's like, sometimes you're like, "Ek hi customer hai, it's fine, like they are being rude, we can be rude too." But you lose out on customers if you're rude to one person, because see, if you're good to one person, they will recommend you to 10 different people because they liked your service. And it's not hard to be kind and to be patient sometimes with your customers, especially when they are the ones who are keeping your business up and running. So deal with them patiently and learn to deal with people with respect and patience and kindness. So even if they are being unrational or rude, so I think these two skills will go a long way if you have an online business.
Yeah, so next round is tips and tricks. यहाँ पे हम आपसे आप जो भी tips और tricks आप follow करते हो उसके बारे में पूछते हैं, and also आप audience को कोई ऐसा tips और tricks है जो देना चाहते हो उसके बारे में पूछते हैं. So पहला question है, any advice for our audience who are aspiring business owner or entrepreneur?
Yeah, so I would say that when you're thinking of starting a business, just keep it to yourself or tell as less people as possible. Now, you must have expected something like believe in yourself, you can do this. No, but keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Only tell your very close people, like jinko you know ki they won't discourage you, because what happens is when we tell a lot of people about our plans, उनके हम कहीं ना कहीं, even if they are like yeah you can do it and stuff, like every person will show some doubt in you. And even if they are like ha you can do it, from the outside you can just feel the energy sometimes that they are not trusting in you. And when you're just starting out, you already have a lot of doubts related to your business, and you don't want other people to add on to those doubts. So I would say that apne tak rakho, or tell your parents and people who you trust and who you know will not demotivate you, who will support you. And that's how you can protect your energy, and you can just build that faith in yourself. Because obviously agar aap mein khud mein abhi trust nahi hai, and other people will show some doubt, you will get discouraged. So don't tell people and then don't get discouraged. And फालतू के लोगों से एडवाइस मत लो. If a person doesn't have a business, if a person doesn't know how to run a business, don't go to them for advice. Because see, नो ऑफेंस, बट जो लोग नहीं करते हैं बिजनेस उनको नहीं आइडिया होता है. See, if a person is doing a job and if a person is doing a business, unki mentalities will be vastly different. Because what a person who does a job thinks is कि uh, पूरा मंथ काम करना है, एंड में पैसा मिलेगा. बिजनेस में क्या होता है, यू गेट मनी एवरी डे, यू हैव द इनफ्लो ऑफ मनी एवरी डे, यू हैव a lot of different kinds of problems. And a person who does a job won't be able to help you with that, and they'll only show doubt, they'll only show skepticism. And तो उनसे एडवाइस लेने का कोई फायदा नहीं है. तो गो टू पीपल एंड फ्रेंड्स जिनका खुद का बिजनेस है, या जो किसी ऐसी फील्ड में रह चुके हैं जहाँ पे वो उनके ऊपर सारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, हर चीज की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी उन पे है. सो दे नो बेटर हाउ टू गाइड यू. सो गो टू देम फॉर एडवाइस. एंड या, these two things.
And next is any tips that you personally follow that you want to share with us, not like related to business भी आप share कर सकते हो, और also in personal, like as a person आपको कौन सी चीजें basically अभी के situation में जब सारी तरफ negativity फैली हुई है and everybody has been demotivated by each another, कोई भी यहाँ पे positivity फैलाने के बारे में नहीं सोचता है, everyone is depressed as hell. So इस situation में like any tips or tricks for business or as a person आप कुछ share करना चाहते हो उनसे?
See, I would say that if you're starting a business or even in your life, you should just be authentic. Like be yourself and be unapologetically yourself. because when I started my business and even in life, I am very pink. I'm very pink. Like if I was a color, I would be pink. And usko I flaunted that because okay, there is this thing ki, you know, if you like a lot of pink, people judge you for that for some reason. It's the internalized misogyny, I guess, and that used to happen with me a lot in school. But I wasn't like ki, yeah, I'm not like other girls. I like black now. I was by myself the whole time. I liked pink. I liked cute stuff and all of that. And वो मैंने हमेशा रखा है अपना. And when I started my business, and कईयों को लगेगा it's too pink, but वो भी pink था. And I followed the aesthetic. I followed what I liked. I did what I liked, and that's why it's flourishing. Because when you start a business, you don't know everybody. There are like 7 billion people in this world, 131 crore in India itself. So how are you going to narrow down that vast consumer base, right? You don't know everybody. You just know yourself. And if you put yourself out in the world, तो obviously आपके जैसे बहुत होंगे जो attract होंगे. You know yourself the best and make a brand, build a brand that you love and you like, and you will find a lot of people that like the same thing as you. So they'll be attracted to you that way. अपना करते चलो जैसे you want, and you will be successful in whatever you do.
That's true. And also, like what you said, be yourself. Like love your flaws. यहाँ पे कोई भी परफेक्ट नहीं है, एंड कोई भी यहाँ पे लाइक वट एवर जजमेंट जो भी पास करता है ना, वो अंदर ही अंदर खुद इनसिक्योर है, इसीलिए आपको जजमेंट पास कर रहा है. सो यू हैव टू बिलीव इन योरसेल्फ कि आप क्या हो, आपके स्ट्रेंथ, आपके वीकनेसेस को जानो, उस पर काम करो, एंड लव योर सेल्फ मैन. बिकॉज कोई प्यार करे चाहे नहीं करे, आपको अपने आप से प्यार करना चाहिए. एटलीस्ट दिस यू डिजर्व. लाइक अपने आप से प्यार करो, यू डिजर्व इट. एंड जैसे ही आप वो करोगे ना, यूनिवर्स आपको दिखाएगा कि व्हाई यू आर इन दिस वर्ल्ड एंड व्हाट्स योर मोटिव. सो व्हाट यू सेड इज एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट, एंड आई पर्सनली बिलीव ऑन दैट. सो लास्ट में आईना, हम ये चाहेंगे कि लाइक to know कि what are your future goals. मतलब अभी तो we know you are doing great, and to be honest, जो भी आपने ड्रीम रखा है कि आप एक दिन इस स्टोर को आप एक ब्रांड में तब्दील होते हुए देखना चाहते हैं, एंड ऑनेस्टली इट इज डेस्टिन्ड टू हैव दैट. ओके, सो क्या है ऐसे फ्यूचर गोल्स जो आप कुछ हमसे शेयर करना चाहो?
I would love for my brand to grow like every business owner. Like obviously I wanted to grow into a $1 million brand. And if it doesn't happen, I will for sure have a brand like that. That is a multi-million-dollar brand. And that's my goal. And that's how I'm putting it out there in the universe. Like I have practiced for this moment for a long time, that I would go on an interview and I would declare my goal. And then when I achieve it, people will look back on that interview and they'll be like, oh, she declared that, she knew she would get there. So that's how I'll for sure build a brand that's a multi-million-dollar brand. I want to help a lot of people build their brands, start their businesses, because I feel like I have a natural sense for that. So I would love to help other people do that too, like find their aesthetic, find their motivations and passions related to business. And yeah, so these two things. And plus and it's not related to business, but I want to go into psychology as well, because it's a subject that I love a lot, and I would love to hopefully do something in that aspect too. So yeah.
It was nice talking to you, Aina, and to know you personally and आपके business के बारे में also. And I know कि everybody who will watch this podcast will be inspired in some way, because मैं आपसे बात करके बहुत ही level तक inspired and थोड़ा सा energy मेरे अंदर भी भर गया है कि like अगर आपसे नहीं भी हो रहा है तो fake it, लेकिन दुनिया को नहीं बताने की जरूरत है कि आपसे नहीं हो रहा है. जब होगा देन यू विल गो एंड टेल कि हाँ चलो मेरे साथ ये प्रॉब्लम हुआ था लेकिन मैंने इसको ओवरकम कर लिया. एंड वन थिंग आई लव कि किसी से ज्यादा शेयर करने की जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज नेगेटिविटी फैली हुई है, हर कोई आपको डिमोटिवेट ही करता है. इसलिए आपको आपके वो गाइडेंस जो होता है ना, कहाँ से आ रही है वो आपको जानना चाहिए, एंड कैसे आगे बढ़ना है उसको लेकर के. So it was nice talking to you, Aina. Thank you so much for joining with us, and thank you. And we hope that जब आप अपना future goal achieve कर लो तो my business ही आपका interview ले, and we'll say कि she was with us one day and we were doing interview and all that, and now look at her. We want to do that.
Yeah, we'll surely meet in 5 years or 6 years, and we'll talk about this interview. We'll look back at it, and I hope that your podcast grows a lot, Rajeshwari, because I really loved talking to you, and you're a very nice person. You're very sweet, and it's very comfortable while talking to you. You have such a pretty smile. Yeah, and I'm honored to be here and to be your first guest on your podcast, and I hope it grows a lot.
Thank you so much for such lovely words. It means a lot. Thank you so much. So basically, love your flaws. Be patient and जो भी insecurities है आपका वो उसे आप नज़रअंदाज करो. Love yourself, believe in yourself, and जो भी criticism आपको लोग देते हैं जो कि constructive नहीं होता है उसे आप neglect करो. Negativity को अपने ऊपर हावी ना होने दो. And one thing is that कि love yourself. So that's it for today, guys. If you are interested on content related to business and you like watching contents related to any aspects of business, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my business. And also do follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And don't forget to download our app, My Business, and get your online store within minutes. And yes, until then, stay connected. And this is your host signing off.